It's called the boiler room. And it looks
I know
like,
boiler room. Yeah,
it looks like somewhere where you go in and buy a new boiler.
It's very famous.
And actually you go through the little hatch and it's a speakeasy. Yeah, I think it's a bit hacky.
Yeah.
I know it was cool. I thought that was cool 10 years ago. And now, like, I think you're trying too hard to not try hard. You know, like, oh, we've put a fake. It's a boiler shop, but every cunt knows about it. So everyone's like, oh my God, boilers. Ah, no one knows. Yeah. Apart from everyone on TripAdvisor, you cunts.
That is the weirdest one. Like, there was one in New York in a hot dog shop. And it was like, if you go through there, that's like that. But like, a boiler shop is... That's the absolute peak of it, isn't it?
Have you been to the orphanage in Liverpool? Yeah, you actually go through and there's loads of kids without families and they're crying. And there's a kid in the far and you have to sort of pull his hand to the left and then the wall moves. It's really cool.
Do you know where the best one would be?
They ask you not to feed the orphans though, because it really...
The leather shop. It would be the best, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would make so much sense.
Yeah.
Do you know about the leather shop?
But it's an actual leather shop.
So they say.
Is it though?
Or is it? You're just trying to just pull one bit of leather that there must be a bar behind it.
So right. Do you know about the leather shop at all? You got any idea about the leather shop?
As much as I have about the guy knocking on for the money. No.
Right. So in Liverpool Central Station, there's a shop called the Leather Shop. And they sell, and I put that in inverted commas for a reason, leather jackets. No
one's ever been in there.
No one. I went in there once and the guy panicked because he must have thought I was like the police or something. Right? It's a weird little gaff.
Right.
And it's like, do you know if there's ever like a nuclear apocalypse? Right? And they blow up everything. Like the whole world gets decimated. There'll be 3 things left in Liverpool. Right? There'll be the leather shop, the Hollywood Bowl on Edge Lane.
Oh, yeah.
And wherever HMV is now.
You can't kill it.
You can't kill HMV. They've survived so many closures.
It's a drugs front, but it's not the best drugs front.
But like the guy in there.
But is it a drugs front?
Oh, yeah. But
can you put the telly on and get it up and show him so you can picture it? The guy in there looks like Eshan's great granddad, right? He's just.
There he is.
But that photo must have been taken years ago because he's small and hunched over now, right? Nobody. That is still there and it looks exactly like that. Yeah. And it's been there since I was as young as I can remember.
Can we go?
Oh, I'd love to go.
Can we go and put it on Patreon?
Yeah.
And we all have to buy one bit of leather.
He won't have facilities.
You won't have tills?
He won't have the facilities to buy
4 customers in one day.
What's the best drugs front in Liverpool?
Oh, the Florida Property Corner. So in Chilwell in Liverpool.
Which is quite an affluent area. But it's not.
It's not though.
Yeah.
Called Chilwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where my granddad and me nan lived when I was a kid, so I spent quite a lot of time there. But there's a huge Google this now. There's a huge shop. And I mean it's the size of like 2 Tesco Metros. Right?
Yeah.
And it is the Florida Property Centre, and all it sells is properties in Florida. As if, like, there's millions of people in Chilwell and Liverpool like, do you know what I want? What I fancy for...
It may as well be called We Clean Drug Money.
Walter White's Florida.
Yeah.
It's so big, they're like, it's almost like they've tried to get a place big enough so they could show you different versions of Florida properties.
It's hilarious that it's still there. Like, that to me is a drug dealer going to the police. Have a look at this. that is a big Curtis Warren, fuck you. Just like la 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 da da da.
He's doing something this and he's doing it over there. He's like, oh hey, and he's got like a fucking leather shop over there.
It's too obvious. What would you do though if you had to Ozark it and you had to launder money?
What I mean,
ice cream van.
Ice cream van.
Brothel.
But how are you? What? That's not. But that's illegal money, isn't it?
Exactly.
Double bluff.
So where would you put the profits from the brothel? Fucking doing really well here.
Into Carl's ice cream van?
Yeah. There's an ice cream van with a tax return of £2.8 million. Going, oh lads, your dodgy account going, selling a lot of fucking fags here. But fabs. I meant fabs.
They do sell cigarettes though.
I think
what?
Our ice cream man sells ciggies.
Yeah. Lucy's?
I've told you this before. Our ice cream van sold everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You couldn't do it for a comedy club.
Tracky off him once.
You could honestly.
Jesus Christ.
He sold.
You've come back from New York, more scouse.
He sells Florida property as well
Yeah, from his
van.
of a 99.
But if you run a brothel with your drug money,
fucking bungalow.
then they'll be looking at the brothel. They won't be looking at your drug money. They'll be like, oh, there's that brothel running guy. They won't be like, oh, there's that drug dealer.
But you still have all the drug money.
No.
Yeah. That money's not allowed. So you're just putting not allowed money through not allowed money.
No.
You've still not laundered any money.
You didn't let me finish.
Right, hang on.
In the back.
In the back of the brothel, there's a chip shop that's doing some fucking amazing trade. 2 customers. It sells
It's
chips
a
to
speakeasy
prostitutes.
chippy.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
You just pull the tit of a prostitute and all of a sudden a Harry Ramsden's opens up. Hey, is this some horny looking Asian dude like, hello? Is this a brothel? You're like, yeah, just yank on. All of a sudden he's got a fucking load of chips.
Yeah. So you have the real thing. Like you just constantly keep them guessing. I think that's what you do as a drug dealer. You run into many criminal activities, so they don't know which one to go after.
Florida property, whoring, and a chip shop.
It has to be an expensive chip shop to put speakeasy drug money through. I only get 6 customers a year.
HMRC have got like the average income of an ice cream van and the average income of a chip shop. Adam's ice cream, chips, whores, and duplexes in Miami. So we're fucking go trade 1.7 billion.
No, what I'm saying is, right, if you are a criminal, the police have got limited resources, haven't they? So if you just run like several hundred criminal enterprises, they can't get you for everything, and they'll end up getting you for nothing.
Oh, that's what criminals need to do. Run several hundred criminal enterprises and just get lost in the weeds. Yes. Yeah. You're just a criminal once. You need to be a criminal 412 times.
Also,
at the same time.
If you run several hundred criminal enterprises, you can launder just small amounts of money through, and they'll be like, do you know what? We know that company's a criminal company, but it's not even worth our time. We'll go after the big fish. When really I am the big fish. I've just split it between many salmon.
Thank you for that ancient Japanese proverb. Split it between many salmon. One a big fish and many salmon. 2 chip shops, 1 knocking shop. Florida property.
Has anyone ever tried it?
No, therefore you can't be wrong.
Or they have, and they've got away with it because it's that good.
Mind blown. Couldn't open a comedy club if we were laundering money because we'd be too good at it. It's a humble brag, but if have a word, we're like, right, we've got in some, like, it turns out, I had like that issue with drugs and I was like, I'm going to see a counsellor. Actually, I'm 1.8 million in debt to the Chechen Chester drug lords.
Again.
Yeah, again. And I'm like, lads, we're going to have to, they've got me in now. I've got to launder money for them, otherwise I'm going to get shot. And no, in your head, you're thinking, well, we're one down. Dan's shot. Ishan? But you couldn't do a comedy club because I think we'd run it too well. You need somewhere that's basically taking no money on the door and you can be like, we made $4,000 on the door.
No, you don't. That's the wrong way round.
Doesn't it need to be popular so you can
No. It needs to be popular so that when you go, everyone bought 50 drinks each, but there was 400 people in and that's why we've sold this many. If there's no one going in, that's when it looks suspicious.
Right.
It needs to be busy and you over-egg the pudding, Dan.
Right.
You over-egg. You put more
chippies,
eggs in the pudding than the pudding is meant to have. You make a really eggy pudding.
What are you doing? What are you working in so many? I'll break a fish, a many salmon, egg in the salmon. So you'd have a busy laundering company and then just, everyone bought.
Not many people know this, but that's what's happened to Woolworths. Woolworths went under because they were doing too well. And for years, people were like, they're probably all right. And then they started looking into it. So they shut that so that the other businesses that they're doing this with pick and mix.
So what's
Doesn't that seem expensive to you?
So what's Mr. Leather doing then? If he has 2 customers per decade, how is he a legitimate?
Because the police don't go in. They're scared.
There's also a speakeasy Greg's in the back of it.
Yeah, that's popular.
They do festive bakes all year round.
Illegally. Legally. Oh my God, this is so naughty. It's June.
I'd have a laundrette. Proper, like, take the piss. If I was laundering money. I'd have a big money.
A hand car wash. That's the one, innit?
Yeah.
You just wash loads of money,
Just get loads of Polish people to wash money for me.
piss off the Chechens. That's dead fresh, that. Smell that. It's got Lenore on it, that money. Oh, this is lovely money. What voice is that? Chechen. Can you do better? Nope.